Hi everyone, I'm Jen. Wanted to quickly talk about a couple things. Manifestation seems to be amping up, the synchronicities are amping up again, and the tapping in to, first it used to be dead people, then it used to be people like telepathy with people that I know, and now it's just pulling in words and things that I did not know. So is this the Akashic records that people talk about? Is this just me having other parts of me already know about it, but I never knew about it? So I'll give you an example with knowing things. Is one of my stories is or experiences is this grandmother Betty came I don't usually do this, and I do not recommend this, but I did allow her to slip into my arms like they were sleeves. This is after a whole established connection between her alive granddaughter that she raised as her own child, and she wanted to hug her. And so don't do this because you can invite negative spirits to also come in, but at that time I didn't know better, but luckily this was all good, and she hugged her adult granddaughter using my front part of my body, and when she with her hand, which was my hand, put the adult child's head on her chest, which was my chest, all of a sudden my mouth was using the word bosom instead of chest or boobs. Sorry, that's what I use, or pillows. But she uses the word bosom. So that was an example of, before the Mandela effect, of the sixth sense stuff, of the quote dead people coming through, and I would use their words. Like one person was drunk, and all of a sudden the words "reel it in" came out of my mouth, and that's when the drunk person stopped, and he's like, "What'd you say?" And I'm like, I don't know, reel it in. I had no idea what it meant, but it was something that his father, his Dixie Mob father, who was dead, used to use when he was alive to reel in his son's misbehavior to start behaving again. So anyhow, but now this is happening with live person to live person. So like I can answer some people's questions at times. I think that's why we emirs overtalk each other all the time, and other people would consider that rude, but I think that we already know what we're saying, so we're like overlapping. Sort of the way you shuffle a deck of cards. It's like, yeah, we're already one. We already know what's going on. And then we're merging into one, right? So, and I'll say words that it's like, I don't even know. And so yesterday okay, I don't want any lectures. I feel like I have a bubble of protection around me, okay? There was a lady older than I who was walking from the shopping center and just leaving the parking lot of this basically empty shopping center that I was coming from. And ironically, I left the shopping center because the craft store that has been open this whole time. I know you all, many of you live in realities where everything's closed, and craft store that they don't have food or anything. I don't know why they're open, but I'm grateful they are. I seem to be experiencing something different, like being able to go to the parks and have my friend go fishing while I'm just laying in a hammock. Anyhow, I went to the craft store. The line was too long to go. They are doing the 6 feet spatial social distancing, which is really physical distancing. But so I decided to not get what I was getting. What was I getting? I wanted to find 3 letters. I'm hoping for 3 embossed letters, Joy, to spell out joy, or maybe flat wooden. Anyhow, I wanted 3 letters. Joy. But the line was too long. I wasn't going to do all that. So I was leaving the shopping center, and there's this lady in a orange sundress ready to walk, and there are not... it would have been a long walk if she were going home. So I pulled over, asked her, this is part of one of my secret hobbies, which isn't so secret, but I help people if they... okay, I do not recommend this either, because I get prompted to do this for all my Sixth Sense woo-woo stuff, so I honor it, and I still argue with it, and every one of them has ended up the right thing to do. Anyhow, so I pull over, ask her if she needs a ride somewhere, and so I end up taking her to her home. But what's special about this thing was, this situation was that a couple years ago, I knew I needed... In fact, some dead people told me I needed more joy in my life, and they even recommended that I literally put the letters in my home to remind me. So since I had dipped down a little scarily too much in the past since my dog's death, I decided I need to put JOY on my wall so I see it every day to remind me. And the colors that I declared for joy is orange. So even though I couldn't get it at the craft store, I'm leaving the shopping center, and I find this lady in an orange sundress, and then I was telling my friend about her, and her energy was so... and I didn't know what adjective to use, so then bloop, the word frenetic comes to my head, just like bosom, just like reel it in, but this time it was frenetic. So I'm talking to my friend, I'm like, I don't even know what that means. So she goes to her Siri, Google, Alex thing, and goes, what does the word frenetic mean? And the definition of it described the lady to a T, the lady in the orange sundress. So these are just a lot of little mini things, but life is magical, and yeah, it's amping up, isn't it? I love you. I know it's a bumpy ride, but we're doing it. Let's help each other and lift each other up during the dips, and you know, seesaw, 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 and before you know it, we're on an even Steven balancing machine playground. I love you. I love you. See me? Because I see you. I love you.